Iceland. A place that feels almost mythical, where the land itself seems to breathe with ancient stories and untamed beauty. This is the land of fire and ice, where volcanoes sleep beneath glaciers and the northern lights swirl in the sky like living art. Every corner promises a new wonder, from steaming geysers to snow-capped peaks. For years I dreamed of standing behind a roaring waterfall, feeling the mist on my face, and soaking in a geothermal hot spring surrounded by wild, untouched nature. These weren't just items on a bucket list, they were visions that fueled my wanderlust. But there was always one big problem: money. Iceland's beauty is legendary, but so are its prices. Everyone warned me, Iceland is expensive. $100 tours, $50 meals, and even a simple coffee could break the bank. It seemed like a destination reserved for those with deep pockets. My travel fund was tiny, barely enough for a few days, but my dream was huge. I refused to let my limited budget crush my hopes. Was it really possible to experience Iceland's magic without a fat wallet? Could I find a way to see the country's wonders without spending a fortune? I decided to challenge the idea that Iceland was only for the wealthy. I wanted to prove that adventure belongs to anyone willing to be resourceful and bold. For me, travel isn't about luxury hotels or fancy tours. It's about creativity, courage, and the thrill of discovery. Sometimes the best stories come from the biggest challenges. My goal was simple but ambitious: to see Iceland's breathtaking waterfalls, wild hot springs, and dramatic landscapes, all on a strict, almost impossible budget. I wanted to feel the icy spray of a waterfall on my skin and the soothing warmth of geothermal water, all without signing up for expensive tours or staying in fancy hotels. So I started planning, not with bookings and reservations, but with possibilities and creative solutions. I scoured forums, read blogs, and mapped out every free or low-cost adventure I could find. I quickly learned that Iceland's greatest treasures, its wild places, its waterfalls, its hot springs, are often free for anyone willing to seek them out. The real challenge wasn't finding things to do, but figuring out how to reach them and survive on a shoestring. Every day became a puzzle to solve. Instead of focusing on what I couldn't afford, I focused on what I could do: picnics by waterfalls, hikes through lava fields, and moments of awe that cost nothing at all. My small budget became the framework for a unique adventure, forcing me to be inventive and appreciate the simple joys of travel. In the end, the dream wasn't just about seeing Iceland, it was about experiencing it authentically, embracing every challenge, and discovering that the real magic lies in the journey itself. With just $50 for my adventure day, every detail mattered. I knew that in a country as famously expensive as Iceland, even the smallest misstep could blow my entire budget. So, I sat down with my notebook, determined to squeeze every bit of value from each dollar. This wasn't for flights or hostels, just for a day trip out of Reykjavik to the south coast. The goal was simple: see as much as possible, spend as little as possible, and experience the wild beauty of Iceland without breaking the bank. Tours were out, I had to get creative. Organized excursions were tempting, but their price tags were laughably out of reach. I needed a plan that was both bold and realistic. My plan: hitchhike, a common and safe way to travel Iceland's ring road. Locals and travelers alike often share rides, and the open road promised adventure and unexpected encounters. My cardboard sign simply read "South," hoping for a ride to Seljalandsfoss and Skogafoss. These iconic waterfalls were my main targets, and I figured the sign would make my intentions clear to passing drivers. Next, food. Eating out was too expensive, so I hit a budget grocery store. I wandered the aisles, comparing prices and picking out items that would keep me full and energized all day. I packed bread, cheese, apples, and a chocolate bar, fuel for the day. It wasn't fancy, but it was practical, lightweight, and would keep me going through long stretches between stops. Iceland's tap water is pure and free, so I filled my bottle at the hostel. No need to waste money on bottled water when some of the world's cleanest water was right at my fingertips. The best part: most natural wonders are free to visit. Iceland's landscapes are open to everyone, and the most breathtaking sights don't cost a thing. Instead of the pricey Blue Lagoon, I found a local hot spring for a fraction of the cost. These hidden gems are scattered across the country, offering a true Icelandic experience without the crowds or the high prices. My plan was fragile, dependent on luck and weather, but it was a plan. Iceland's weather is famously unpredictable, and hitchhiking always comes with a bit of uncertainty. But that was part of the thrill. I was ready to see if I could make it work. With my backpack packed and my route mapped out, I stepped into the unknown, excited and a little nervous. The adventure would be about resourcefulness, not luxury. I wanted to prove to myself that with a little ingenuity, I could experience the magic of Iceland on my own terms. Every dollar had a purpose. Each coin and bill was carefully allocated, and I double-checked my budget before heading out. I was determined to prove that Iceland's magic could be experienced on a shoestring. This was more than just a trip. It was a challenge, and I was ready to embrace every moment of it. The morning was crisp as I walked to the edge of Reykjavik, sign in hand. My heart raced. What if no one stopped? But patience is a budget traveler's best friend. After 30 minutes, a farmer named Gunnar picked me up, sharing stories of elves and Viking sagas. He dropped me at Seljalandsfoss, and the day unfolded in rides and walks. A German couple took me to Skogafoss, swapping travel stories along the way. Hitchhiking wasn't just about free rides, it was about spontaneous friendships. My last ride, a local woman, dropped me at the secret lagoon. By day's end, I'd traveled 150 kilometers without spending a cent on transport. I met wonderful people and saw Iceland through local eyes. The journey itself became the adventure. Sometimes the cheapest way is the most rewarding. Iceland's open road was my ticket to connection and discovery. Standing before thundering waterfalls, my simple cheese sandwich felt like a feast. Eating with a view of a massive waterfall beats any restaurant. My snacks, apples and chocolate, kept me energized all day. I watched tour groups head to pricey cafes, but I felt proud of my self-sufficiency. My grocery haul under $10 let me maximize my time in nature. Iceland's tap water is world-class. My reusable bottle saved money and waste. Packing extra food gave me security and freedom to explore. I could focus on the sound of water and the beauty around me, not my next meal. My humble meal was a strategy, not a sacrifice. Smart food planning unlocked a full day of adventure. On a budget, every bite and sip felt earned and special. My first stop was Seljalandsfoss, a waterfall I'd seen in photos, but nothing compares to reality. The path behind the falls let me walk through a shimmering curtain of water. I got soaked, but I was laughing, overwhelmed with joy. The roar of the water was deafening, the experience primal and exhilarating. This life-affirming moment was completely free. I wandered nearby and found Glufrabui, a hidden waterfall inside a canyon. Wading through a stream, I discovered a secret grotto, pure magic. Without a tour's rigid schedule, I had freedom to explore and make my own discoveries. Leaving Seljalandsfoss, I felt energized and content. The best travel moments connect us directly with nature. I wasn't just observing, I was immersed. The power of the falls stayed with me as I set off for the next adventure. Next stop, Skogafoss, raw, thunderous power. As I approached, the roar of the water grew louder, echoing across the valley and sending vibrations through the ground beneath my feet. The sheer force of the falls was both humbling and exhilarating, a reminder of nature's untamed energy. The waterfall's scale is breathtaking, its curtain of water plunging down with relentless energy. Mist rises up, catching the sunlight and creating rainbows that dance in the air, painting the scene with vibrant color. I walked to the base, where the spray soaked me through in seconds. It was impossible not to smile, feeling cleansed and alive, as if the waterfall itself was washing away every worry and care. The sound was overwhelming, drowning out all thoughts and worries. For a moment it was just me and the waterfall, the world fading away behind a curtain of mist and thunder. I found a spot to sit and ate my sandwich with a rainbow for company, the best seat in the house. There's something magical about enjoying a simple meal in a place so extraordinary, surrounded by the sights and sounds of nature. A staircase beside the falls invites you to climb higher, each step bringing a new perspective. The ascent is steep, but the anticipation of what's to come keeps you moving. The climb was tough, but reaching the top revealed a sweeping view of the river winding through green plains. The landscape stretched out endlessly, making every step worth it. I wandered along the trail above, discovering smaller waterfalls hidden among the rocks. Each one felt like a secret, waiting to be found by those willing to explore a little further. Most tourists snap a quick photo and move on, but taking the time to explore beyond the main falls revealed hidden gems and quiet moments away from the crowds. A little extra effort brought incredible rewards, solitude, beauty, and a sense of discovery that made the experience truly unforgettable. On a budget, time and curiosity, are your best assets. With a willingness to wander and an open mind, you can uncover wonders that don't cost a thing. Skogafoss was a powerful reminder. The best experiences are often free, waiting for those who seek them out with a sense of adventure. The journey itself was as memorable as the destination, each step revealing new wonders and stories to tell. Iceland's wild beauty was mine to discover, and Skogafoss was just the beginning of an adventure that would stay with me forever. After a day of cold waterfalls, soaking in a hot spring was bliss. The Secret Lagoon in Flutter, rustic and affordable, was my choice over the pricey Blue Lagoon. The entrance fee was my biggest expense, about $25. The pool, surrounded by mossy rocks and steaming vents, felt magical. I slipped into the warm water, letting it soothe my tired muscles. The atmosphere was peaceful, with locals and travelers quietly enjoying the moment. Floating on my back, I watched the sky and felt completely renewed. The Secret Lagoon was a communal, authentic experience. As the sun set, I left feeling refreshed and grateful. My $50 challenge was a success. Waterfalls, a hidden gem, and a magical soak. Sometimes true luxury is found in nature, not in price tags. Iceland's warmth isn't just geothermal, it's in the spirit of the place. This adventure was about more than waterfalls and hot springs. The real magic was in the small, unexpected moments. Conversations with drivers, eating a sandwich by a rainbow, standing alone in vast landscapes. These moments weren't on any itinerary, but they were the most valuable. Waiting for rides, I felt connected to the land and its people. The thrill of uncertainty made every ride and every step an adventure. Relying on kindness taught me patience and openness. Even the walks between sites revealed tiny flowers and shifting light on the mountains. Slow travel lets you see the world in high definition. My budget didn't limit me, it deepened my experience. The details became the story. Magic is found in the moments you least expect. My $50 day on Iceland's south coast was more rewarding than I imagined. I returned to my hostel tired, happy, and with a few dollars left. Travel doesn't have to be expensive to be meaningful. The world is full of wonder, accessible to anyone with courage and creativity. Don't let a small budget hold you back. Start small, research free attractions, and find smart ways to save. Your journey might not look like a glossy magazine, but it will be uniquely yours. The best adventures are about experiences, not expenses. Pack your bag, make a plan, and go see that waterfall or mountain you've dreamed of. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish with resourcefulness. Your adventure is out there, waiting for you. The destination matters less than the decision to go. Take that first step, you won't regret it. The world is big and beautiful, and there's a place for you, no matter your budget.